broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Like Chris Brown.
What? It's Courtney's birthday, y'all. What?
Happy birthday, Courtney!
Thank you.
Get that new Sierra. Come on, Pink. Where you at? Yes, Courtney. Give me that song. Ready? We gotta do this. 1, 2, 3. Like what? Let's hold on to them hot dogs, boy. Wait, here comes my favorite part. Ready? You gotta be like this. Do it with your left shoulder. Be like. Sierra, sure was last summer. And guess who's back this summer? Knock knock. Sierra bitches.
Hello.
For all the haters. Yes, Sierra's new album came out, and we're happy for it. Not only that, it's Courtney's birthday. And for everyone out there who's like, Jesse's been tipsy on how many after shows? I'm friends with a lot of Tauruses.
Yes.
I've realized
you love
that.
us,
Bitch, I've been
babies.
drinking on every after show every week. I'm like,
We made babies. We made babies.
At least you're celebrating.
you know.
Tauruses are mean.
What? They're stubborn.
I'm the nicest bitch you know.
Stubborn.
What you talking about?
Gigi, don't bark.
Right. All right, let's get into it, y'all. So, the reunion part 3. Were we into it? Do we like it? Do we think that this reunion delivered?
I'll let them answer.
You guys can. Corinne, you haven't been
Corinne
here for
hasn't been here in weeks.
My spirit
Corinne.
was here. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, my spirit. Oh, gosh. I mean, I hate to say it, guys. It's over.
What's over?
They
This
need
season.
to revamp.
Thank God.
The show
This,
is kind
see,
of...
I was gonna say The Housewives of Atlanta.
And this is the thing that I hate. Really, we see only 2 seconds of Nene having her emotional breakdown, then cut to hair and makeup.
Girl, you got 4
wouldn't
whole
want-
minutes. What you talking
And
about?
I didn't want any
Was it
more.
four?
It was about 5.
There was nothing more.
It was
didn't get
3
it.
minutes too long.
We
for
didn't
me.
learn anything new.
What
According
do
to
you
Dr.
mean?
Jeff, we learned everything.
knew about Nene's
Thank you.
problems.
Everybody
with
knew
her
she didn't have a mama
mother,
for real.
And we knew her dad was a mystery.
And she went
So-
looking for her
Did we
dad.
forget the
Yeah.
blood test of season 2?
But guys,
Season
Nene
2,
has
and she
never
had that breakdown
spoken.
in Greg's car about
Nene's
it.
never spoken
And
about
then
it.
she called Craig. Was that her
Called
father's
somebody,
name?
her, whatever her real, the dad that raised her,
yeah,
sort
the
of.
fake dad.
And he was
let
like,
him
"Yeah,
know.
you ain't my baby. I know."
Yeah.
And then he stopped talking to her.
Exactly.
And
We
then
knew
even
this.
on the wedding special, he didn't show up.
Yeah.
And she bought him a plane ticket because he lives in Seattle. Shout out to the 206 holler. But that's it.
We already knew.
So basically, the reunion was lackluster.
Yeah. They need to
Fell
revamp
flat.
the whole
Yeah.
Housewives of Atlanta.
We should have just housewives on the show. People who are
Yeah.
in relationships.
like married.
you know?
or dating.
Or dating, like
Dating,
Nene
like
suggested.
actively dating.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was the
actually- Then it shouldn't be
real
housewives.
dates of Atlanta. Like,
Well,
Right.
it's housewives because you once could have been a housewife and then you're divorced.
So the real trade crew of Atlanta.
I mean, all of New York's housewives are divorced now, and they're all dating.
The real
they're all
trade of
dating.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
the
you're
real
right.
trade of Atlanta.
I know.
Now
shows
what
for
else
that.
is going on?
What else is going on? So we started with the Nene Peter flirting thing,
Oh, God.
Did you ever flirt with Nene?
and
He was diplomatic about it.
Peter's excuse
He was being ambiguous,
well,
actually.
look, me and
He
Nene.
wanted to say yes, but he was scared Greg's belly was gonna come and get him.
He was scared that...
I will kill you.
No, he was scared that all 7 feet of Nene was going to get up and pummel him in his head.
Peter ain't scared of Nene.
True that.
Peter ain't scared of Nene, bitch. He
I
will
don't think he's scared
Uncle
of her.
Ben her ass and put them rice on the floor and make her sit on her knees down
Shut
there.
up.
Peter will.
What does that even mean?
Y'all never had to do that? When I would
your
get in
knees?
trouble, my mom would take
I
rice,
did.
put it on the floor, and then you had to,
I had to
kneel in
kneel
it.
on it.
No, I
Yeah.
just got
I had
whooped.
to sit on rice, but my mom didn't make me do this.
I just got whooped.
Wait, then who made you?
You dirty girl. We don't want to know what that's about.
What?
Moving
The
on.
real trade of Atlanta.
So
Right.
we're talking about Peter.
So Peter said, no. So
No
Peter
war.
says, look, me and Nene have similar personalities.
Nasty shit, girl. Nasty.
Corinne, are you letting us know something?
No, heifers.
That's what out of my
Don't call me the heifer now.
Sexual.
Well, yeah,
Well,
now
who
I'm
else
gonna
made you
stop.
do that, Corinne?
And on to Peter and Nene, please. Thank you.
Oh, I mean, I've been trying to go there.
Well, let's go. Well, he is trying it, okay?
Honey, I didn't try. I did.
Oh.
So, anyways, he said, me and Nene have similar personalities. Just like Kenya and Apollo have
Has
similar
similar
personalities.
He
And by
deflected.
whore, whore isn't a personality, it's a trait.
Exactly.
It's a malfunction.
Y'all are a mess.
And then now all of a sudden everyone,
Oh, it was
Peter's
Kenya
on
and
Kenya.
Apology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's
She's
her
my-
advocate.
Well, he deflected from him.
He deflected.
To put it on Kenya. And
But still to smear Nene.
to smear
Because
Nene.
we talked last week, they were obviously flirting. She and Peter definitely had a flirtationship going on
Oh, gosh.
when it was okay.
No,
and there
she
was
did
nothing
not.
wrong with it. I didn't think it was inappropriate, but we all thought that maybe something could have
I
happened.
don't think that they
don't.
could ever
They
get
were
down.
definitely flirting.
They were
No, they
definitely
were not.
we
flirting.
claimed it here.
We
They were
talked
flirting.
I
about
don't
it
think that,
incessantly.
I mean, if flirting or whatever,
I
if people
never
have the
agree.
same
Flirting's not a
humor
bad
or
thing.
personality, it's fine. But I don't think it would ever get to the point that they would get down.
Okay,
No,
of course
yeah,
not.
agree with
But
that.
Nene definitely made comments about the black of the berry.
Yeah, but she was married to Greg at that time.
Of
who was
course.
darker too.
Well, that's why
So
with
that's
Kenya,
fine.
she was single, so it made it a little less appropriate because she was single and it's a little less appropriate. But
But
that's
let's
not to
be
say
clear
that
here.
Nene wasn't flirting.
Peter also did not pick up Nene and throw her in the pool.
True.
And when
Agreed.
he did, he didn't caress her
Agreed.
booty.
But
Fake
he
booty.
still was flirting.
Silicone.
So do you feel when Greg asked Peter that, he said yes or no, and Peter all of a sudden then said, no, we never flirted, but it's like, why'd you give that long detour of a damn...
Because he didn't want to bump bellies anymore. That already happened. We don't
Because
want to
he
do that
wanted to
again.
find a clever way to say that people need to apologize.
Exactly.
Oh, get your damn life.
To Kenny.
So
Never.
Peter says, look, if I'm gonna cheat on my wife, I'm gonna cheat on someone, like I'm gonna steal her from Jay-Z and smash Beyonce. Never happening.
You tried it.
You really tried it.
Yeah.
Not even in your dreams.
In your dreams. Cynthia.
He didn't
Like-
mean actually Beyonce.
I know,
he
but-
just meant a step up. He's not going to take a step down from his wife, which I personally think is
His
a
What
great
wife
thing
step-
is
to
a
say.
supermodel.
Yeah,
She's
what
a
step up
model.
from Cynthia is Peter
She's
getting?
gorgeous.
Exactly.
What
Maybe
hot-ass bitch?
She
a smart
stepped down.
model. Like, I don't know.
A smart model?
I don't know, Tyra.
There's-
I don't know.
that ain't gonna-
a model mogul. Like, I don't know, but there's
Girl,
something.
Tyra gonna let him play with her money?
I'm just saying,
enough.
there are other options.
Cynthia is a mogul. She has the Cynthia Bailey agency.
I think that Cynthia is great, but is she a mogul
mogul.
from the
I'm
modeling
like,
world?
yeah, no.
in Atlanta.
But I think she's.
yes.
Look.
I mean,
mogul.
everybody
So maybe
is
he's,
at that
maybe he
level
would
in
get a
Atlanta,
mogul
that's the
in New
point.
York, like Tyra or Janice.
Who? Ranisha?
No.
Laquana?
There are plenty of other models. He might get a young model. Maybe he would snag a moment with Jordan Dunn.
The thing is, I'm
Y'all
sure.
are giving Peter too
yeah,
much,
I'm
like,
no.
We're
I'm
in
sure.
CPR up in
You
this
mean
bitch.
the
Fucking Red
Jet-
Cross
I
Blue
think
Shield.
that y'all
Jet
don't give
Beauty
people
of
enough
the
credit.
Week model?
No,
up,
because
Corinne.
girls go for a lot less sometimes.
No.
So stop trying to
Peter-
pretend
Not
like.
above Cynthia though. I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
No,
Checking
and
for
Peter will definitely hook up with
The
his
waitresses,
waitress.
I see that.
Totally. Like, let's not forget about the bottom line. Peter would do that in a heartbeat, and he probably has. And if you are one
Well, I
of them,
said
give us
last
a
week,
call
I
and
think
let
they
us
both
know.
could easily be doing other things.
That's true.
So,
You know,
I don't
Cynthia
think
could have been up
Cynthia
there with
could.
Russell Simmons, like, hey, boo, remember that?
Or she could be
Cynthia
back on
ain't
Leon.
innocent, y'all.
Well,
Yeah,
moving
Leon's
on
probably the only one I would think.
to someone who might be innocent
And that's still
is
stepping out.
Who?
Candy and Todd.
Even if
That
it's
we had it
old.
before.
Yes, it is,
That's
girl.
recycle, honey. They don't count.
Recycle their
Oh, they
still.
surely
Stepping
count.
out.
count.
Yeah, they
bitch.
do.
Recycles don't count.
Whoever gonna be in a relationship,
Recycle
Corinne, you
dick
better
is the
pay attention.
same as stepping out dick, okay?
No, it's not.
stepping out because it's recycled.
Bitch, because dick is dick.
It's not the dick you got a ring on, then it's new dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
These are
Corinne.
heathens.
No.
They clearly missed church last
We're heathens.
yesterday.
Right.
You're the one
talking
saying it's
about
okay because it's
and
not
rice.
new dick.
But I fucked him, so I can't.
And
It
you
ain't cheating.
hanging out on the rice
And
doing
he
things
made her
with
get
him.
on
We
the
don't
rice?
know.
If he's made you put on the rice before each and every time, it's new.
You was fucking with a Hispanic, huh? Because that rice trick come from the Latinos.
Next.
So Candy and Todd, speaking of sex, they had sex 2 days before the reunion.
Congratulations, everybody. Give me a hand.
Awkward moments.
Right.
Awkward
I wouldn't even
moments.
admit to that. I
A
would be like,
baby's
this is
coming
private.
soon. We're working on it. What is
Fertility treatments.
Okay, so one of them can't.
Aren't they too young? Like Candy's only like 37.
No, she about to clock 40.
Do you
She's
know when your
38?
eggs start dying? As soon as you turn 30. So yeah, she could very well not have appropriate egg.
Because she looked nervous when they were talking about it.
Oh.
Hey, that's real life.
Pop some in a freezer bag, put it in your freezer.
And it goes down like something crazy exponentially. Like you go from like being like 60% likely at 30 to have a baby to being like 5% likely to have a ripe egg by the time you're in your late 30s. It's crazy. But you might still get, whatever.
All right.
Some people are miracles. They got fresh eggs all the way through their 50.
Yeah, they do.
Well, who would want to do that and ruin a child's life?
Lots of people.
People do it all the time. What do you mean?
40 is the new
Adoption
25. Didn't you know that?
All right, we're gonna segue into this topic, and I'm just gonna contain
We just
myself.
like jump over.
Okay, please.
So Mama Sharon passed away.
Oh, I miss you. I was
Crazy.
ready for that fight.
The story was
sad as
really
hell. Because he probably, you always thinking, if you had called the friend, that morning to go check on her,
Yep.
maybe she would still be alive.
Yeah.
I had 610.
And isn't he the only child?
Yeah. That's awful.
Because
But he
call
was
a
very
neighbor.
brave talking about
Yeah.
it so candidly on here. Because for me, I was just kind of like, they're asking a lot of detailed questions that were too much.
And it's still real fresh.
Yeah, it's
that
still
was
very fresh.
Barely 6 months ago.
My question is I didn't know how close Greg and Todd were.
How
that
you preaching
Greg
at the
was-
funeral?
Me neither.
My parents were dead.
'Cause
Both
you're
passed. Well,
90.
duh.
So your parents were about 110.
Don't say that, you guys.
Hey, but he might have been. I seen that one man.
That's so shady.
He
right?
110 years old. So maybe that's Greg's father, but clearly not.
But they made it seem like it was a shocking tragedy. So maybe there were
Right, if Portia spoke at the funeral, was like, I lost both my
yeah,
parents.
then
at a
we'd be
young
like,
age,
oh, you're young and you get it. But Greg's 90, of course, we're not surprised that your parents are gone.
so
I don't
shady.
know.
Ooh, they
But
so
maybe
shady.
he lost them at the same time or something, which is also very difficult.
And then I also just want to say
You
that.
guys are
Wait,
too much
guys.
of it.
I just also wanted to say that
What?
Nene wanted to go to the.
She really,
funeral.
she really,
I hated that
really
he
wanted
said
to
She was
go.
on Broadway.
Right.
And
She tried the best in her
And
power.
where's Todd from? Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy,
Right there.
the Bronx.
Right there.
They might have
did
been
they
having
have
a
the
show.
funeral
But
there?
that's true. Yeah, Nene has to fulfill a contract.
She has to be at her show.
So
Yeah.
Maybe the show was
I hate
happening simultaneously.
But Greg, you should be Nene's manager.
Isn't he?
No.
Who knows?
No, what did he say? He's the guardian or
Guardian.
Yeah.
All right, guardian.
That
of the
started that
galaxy over
restaurant for everybody and drew pictures.
here. Phaedra helped provide a service for them.
She didn't say what though. That was weird.
Because that's private.
She
I
said she
guess.
made sure that everything was, so maybe she coordinated via
Yeah.
satellite?
Probably.
FaceTime?
Or she pointed them in the right direction
Yeah.
for somebody to hook them
Maybe.
up. So then we get Greg's last thought. He said, I just want to say, faults are like headlights on
Please
the
don't
car.
repeat this.
You can only see the other person.
Disclaimer: no one make.
I liked that.
No, someone
did.
Someone already.
He's
made
directly
a
talking about his
Instagram.
wife without talking about. He thinks he's talking about
exactly.
all these other girls without talking about his wife.
Someone's already made
He
an
is her
Instagram post.
And if you can't see your
So
own
what?
faults, you ain't
Guardian
grown
of the
up.
galaxy.
Yeah.
That's
You are
right,
not
Greg.
grown.
Protect your wife. And I liked the statement, Greg leaks. Thanks.
Nap time.
Now, what else is going on?
Nene, Cynthia felt ways about me because, the show had started back up and, Peter was coaching her on the side.
To change it up.
To
Get
change
away
her
from the star of the
storyline.
show. Okay.
What did y'all think about that? She also heard that Cynthia wanted her seat moved.
She
at
didn't
the
want to sit
reunion,
next to her. So she could blindside her.
which Andy said, no one has control over that.
Andy, you a damn lie.
Damn
These
lie.
producers fed that into energy, Nene's energy. Her
'Cause why would she
aura.
come up with that?
Because, why would she come up with this? She's a woman of a particular age. She clearly has no time to lie about something this petty. Somebody spoon-fed her that, and she ran with it.
Now what else?
Now what else is going on?
Thanks. So all I'm saying, honey.
Well, Cynthia felt that Nene had shaded her in Vegas because they both were in Vegas, and Cynthia apparently said something on a blog or on a show, and then Nene went on her blog and said something, and Cynthia felt ways because it was like, well, why'd you shade me? You should have just called me. We're both in Vegas. But it's like, well, why'd you go on the show and talk about Nene?
It was a show the episode aired.
It already aired.
Oh, so
Nene was
about it.
writing her blog based on the show airing because they can't write their blog until the show airs. So she's written the blog talking shit about Cynthia, and Cynthia's like, boo, we about to hang out. Like, could you have not just like give me a heads up? Like, hey, like I just blew you out on the show, on my blog, blah, blah, blah. We about to hang out. So now it's awkward at dinner. Like, we supposed to be having a party. You just talked mad shit about me and didn't even like give me a heads up because I thought we were cool. But see, the problem is that they weren't cool at that point still, because if they were real cool, they would have had a conversation about it beforehand.
True.
And then they would have been fine. But Cynthia was like, that was it. I mean, at that point, I was done.
But this is so. Please help me. Did they proceed on to dinner, or did Cynthia decide not to go?
That to me is unclear. I don't think they
Because
said
I
one
felt
way or
like
the other.
she
It sounded like she
I think
did
she
not.
went to dinner. I think she went and it was
because
awkward.
She was saying it was awkward.
Yeah.
So the thing to me is that, okay, yes, Nene should have came to Cynthia and be like, yo, what's tea? This is shady, blah, blah, blah. This is how I feel. However, Cynthia, you sitting at her face eating the crab.
I could have sworn
Why
she
could
no.
you
I
say,
really felt like she
hey,
didn't
that
go to
was
dinner.
shady? Why did you say this? This is how it made me feel.
Because
Because
Cynthia
at that-
doesn't know how to step up to
At
Nene,
that
ever.
point, they had already been through the bitch comment and all this other stuff. And Cynthia's already come to Nene being like, all right, now this wasn't cool, this wasn't that. And the reception has not been, all right, boo, you right.
But
Let
there
me
are no
pull back.
cameras at this point.
Let me pull back.
It's just them.
But that's, you think Nene's personality is
no, I feel that
like
since
more
she,
engaging?
but
when you're
since
up
she
camera?
and Cynthia were sisters or real besties and all this, then I felt like in that moment she could have heard.
I feel like at that point it
Cynthia.
was too late anyway, because they had already had too many fissures, and they both said like there was already like okay, we're gonna try to get through this after the charity event. Okay, we're gonna get through this after the bitch comment. Okay, we're gonna try to get through this after bumping bellies with Greg and whatever. Like at that point it was just like, okay, here we go again. I'm not doing it no more. This is uncomfortable.
Cynthia feels Nene tried to take food off her table.
She so did.
Nene was like, you
She
know
tried to get
what?
fired.
Fire that
You know
bitch.
what? You're right. I'm wrong. You're
Again.
so innocent. You made this your storyline all season. Nene feels
She
Cynthia
did.
put out that Nene wasn't a good friend. Andy asked her, well, do you still love her? And she said, I wish her well. And I hope you will respect
Bang!
that.
Keep it real.
I think Nene does love Cynthia.
Of course she does.
That's why
They
she has this
definitely had
anger
a real,
towards her.
Yes,
That's why she
they
hates
had
her.
a real like relationship.
Yeah.
They had a real friendship.
Yep. So then we get into this little montage of the Princess of Thoughtland, in which the only thing that really came from this was,
Nothing.
have you changed?
Nothing.
And she said, I was submissive and tried to obey my husband.
And she said I tried to mimic what my husband would want.
I think she used the wrong verbiage. But I understand.
What's the correct verbiage?
But I understand what she was saying as far as like.
Like she's just trying to make her man happy.
Yes, exactly. And some of us change certain things that we don't normally do when you get married. Not changing who you like are as a person, but you do certain things to please them.
Like, come on, what was the video, Nuck If You Buck, or whatever video she was in? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
What's
we clearly
up?
know the type of person Portia was before the
Exactly.
marriage. Then she gets in a marriage, and I think she's trying to say, basically...
She
like,
conformed
Yeah,
to
I'm not
certain
going to
things.
go to the strip club if my man
Yeah.
don't want me to be there.
Exactly. And that's understandable. That's anybody in a relationship.
Or was she?
And now
I
she's
mean,
back to
he had
thought.
money though, so.
Maybe.
I'm gonna just let that
Yeah,
go.
let me just
Because
let
I
that
understand that you make changes in a relationship, but you don't change who you are entirely to be in a relationship.
That's
and if you was
wisdom.
clapping your butt cheeks on the floor, like I'm not a butt clapper, so like I'm not gonna suddenly stop being a butt clapper or become a butt clapper just
Yeah.
because I'm in or out of a relationship. You were a butt clapper. You put up a front that you weren't a butt clapper so that you could get in this relationship, and that's why your relationship didn't work out because you were actually a butt clapper, and now you're trying to act like that's something.
But I don't know if
agree with that.
I don't know if she actually pretended to not be a
right.
butt clapper because
Yeah.
Cordell
She
acted
kinda
very
did.
father-like to her. So I wonder if he was trying
You
to keep
cannot
her in
be
check.
fathered in a relationship unless you are allowing yourself to be fathered.
No, yeah.
So
But that's what
there
I'm
was
saying.
nothing that he did to
Who's
make
her
her
daddy?
anything. She had a dad.
Who's her daddy? Because we
Cordell.
never see her
Apparently
Papa,
not. That was
Papa
more her.
Williams.
stepdad.
We
Papa
see her
Williams might be
mother.
embarrassed.
We see Mama Williams.
Well, you know they not together no more, so
Exactly.
maybe.
Portia, who your daddy?
I don't know.
So Candy says Claudia outread Nene in Puerto Rico, and Nene was so mad that Candy felt that,
That
way.
face was not cute. She was
Claudia
like,
said that Nene's apologies was half-assed, and that she also is really upset about the half-breed comment. She said, look, if you're going to say that, just do it for TV, bitch, or do it for the Vine. She said, I don't need your validation. Well,
Yes, you do, Claudia.
But the
Stop
thing
it.
is, just like Nene
Stop.
said,
that's your
when,
storyline, is that you need validation.
The whole
Exactly.
season.
Exactly.
Nene, you never apologized for calling me a whore. Nene, what's wrong with you? Nene, why? When did you come to the Philippines?
I'm gonna cuss her out at this event.
Can
Yeah.
you guys see how much fun we're having without Nene? Oh my god.
And the thing is, it's true. When you go to war, you go to war. And Nene has
She
said
went
it
for the
multiple
jugular.
times. Every
And I'm
time.
not mad. That's
Who
what you do
doesn't
in
do
a ranking
that?
Nene's a
contest.
pit bull. She'd be
Don't
like-
y'all remember ranking?
Yeah.
Capping? That's
Exactly.
what you do.
Who doesn't do that? You don't do that?
hell no.
Lies.
Because if you are Nene, this is why it frustrates the hell out of me, because Nene was already above it to begin with. You don't even have to go there. The half-breed comment, to me, like, it was sort of like going back to the whole "you're a whore" thing. It's like that's the least intelligent, smart comeback you can come up with. You a hoe, you slept with everybody.
Claudia's
'cause that's what everybody.
definitely petty,
But
but
that's the point.
Claudia's more
No,
clever.
I'm not saying Claudia's more clever. I'm saying Claudia didn't even have to be a part of the equation. Like, she never even had. She would have been much more like, we'd be like, damn, Nene just did it. If she had just sipped her drink and said,
Yeah,
bitch,
but
why
the
are you
thing is,
talking to
at the end
me?
of the
Right,
day, we
yeah.
all have
I
stooped
feel
down
it.
to someone's
That's-
lowest level.
come
It
on.
just happens.
Come on,
No,
Pam.
I don't have those problems.
Sometimes people bring that
I do.
out
I
of
be
you.
responding on YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
sometimes
I do.
people bring it out of you.
Indeed.
Everyone has done it.
No.
And then you go home and then you're like, why the hell did I even respond
Because
to
sometimes
this?
you just need to let a motherfucker know.
You just gotta let
Sometimes.
them
So what did you let her know exactly by calling her a half-breed, saying that Atlanta
It was
ain't
just
checking for
another
that?
comeback
Actually,
you
Atlanta
had.
is really checking for that if you really want to talk about it, because a half-breed in Atlanta is something that's elevated, just like it's elevated in our community.
I was gonna say
So
it,
stop
buddy.
playing like that was not anything that made her more intellectual,
No,
that made her
absolutely not.
a better read on
I don't
her.
think
Like,
she
it
would
just
have
it
said
made
that.
Nene
No.
look bad, and I don't appreciate when Nene's making herself keep looking
I
bad,
don't
because
think that
I
it
think
made
she's
her
better
look
than
bad.
that.
first thing that came to
I
her
think she's
head.
better
I think
than
she
that.
was standing her ground, and she is this type of person. She's not going to let anybody come for her.
Yeah, I agree.
She already did.
So you think
because
that
she
all
played
of them
into
are-
it.
oh, girl, please.
She came for it because she played
Girl,
into it.
please.
She went right in and
Nene,
let
keep-
Claudia
keep
come
reading.
on
Keep
and
reading,
toss
Nene.
back and forth. Like you play ball with it.
No, no.
But we've
Let
all
me tell
played
you.
You
ball.
put her on your court.
I went back and started watching the first season. And the thing about Nene, because I was just like, what happened with Nene? So I went back. I didn't even mean to watch it. It just came on my Hulu.
You
I was
watched the
watching
It just came on your
whole
Hulu.
season?
No. I started watching like the first
Few
4 or 5
episodes,
episodes.
yeah.
But Nene's reading in the first season, like, I don't know. You just see the difference in her personality. Like she was less mean spirited.
Exactly.
Yeah,
She's
but look how
angry
far she
now.
came, though.
She's
This is
tired.
I mean, look
Tired
at
of what? She's succeeding.
These
But
heifers
thing is-
coming
yeah,
for her when
exactly.
she created this platform.
Boom!
for them
You're
to
winning.
be on.
Recognize when
She
you're winning.
knows that she's
You are the
winning,
queen of
but
the
she's
show.
not
No.
gonna let anybody
Girl,
come
bye.
and talk
Nene
to
wouldn't
her
be
in
shit
no
without
kind
any of these
way.
girls.
You need to sit
Nene
down.
needs these
She
girls
about
for
to get
her
spin-off.
storyline.
She's
Because bitch, ain't no one checking for Cinderella.
She's
Ain't no one checking for the
Cinderella.
leaks.
She was the
We
new
checking for
normal.
Nene versus Kim,
She
Nene
about
versus
to do her
Sheree, Nene
book.
versus Kenya, Nene versus
Sit
Nene
down,
versus.
eat several
Girl, bye.
cupcakes.
Nope,
Boy,
bitch,
bye.
put that on your
No,
face,
no,
girl, and put a
honey.
mask on, lay on that couch over
No,
there, 'cause
bitch.
you're done.
No, bitch.
You're
She's
done.
not done.
Shut her mic
You
off.
mad.
Shut her mic off.
Ain't no
What are
one
they
checking for the
saying? Why you
leaks.
mad? Why you
Courtney,
mad though?
ain't no one
Why you
checking for the
mad?
leaks.
Yes, they are.
Gigi did something.
What are they saying? They say ain't no one checking for the leaks. Bitch, everyone
ain't
checking for the
nobody
leaks like a
checking for
fucking
you,
leak
Jesse.
for a leaky
Nobody
faucet,
checking
bitch.
for you.
Stop
Girl,
talking
bye.
over each other. They're gonna yell at us in the comments.
No,
I'm
You're gonna
not
yell at
saying
Corrinne.
anything.
Only because you have them worshiping you.
That's
I
fine.
don't give a damn if they yell at me. I don't care. I'll be back next season.
And so like bitches.
All right, well, Nene has Clotisha, her blood
I
clots.
can't even find a comment. I'm like,
I can't. Candy, we get the storyline of Candy calling Kenya's booty lopsided. Child.
Her booty
I'm
was
just gonna do the
lopsided.
rest of
Okay.
the after show, y'all.
Wait, no, Kenya's
Candy
lopsided
said,
booty.
Lopsided booty. Candy said,
Yes.
yeah, I said it. And then Kenya said, but I wouldn't shade Candy like that. But I heard some things on the internet. What did you hear about Candy?
I
So
wanna
she
know
just
what's on
did
the
a whole.
internet.
She just did a whole Mama Joy.
Is Candy naked on the internet somewhere?
No, I've never heard. First of all, I blog avidly, and I am all about salacious gossip. I have never heard anything about Candy's booty on the internet. You know why? Because it's real.
It's
Right.
real.
It's real,
Her
Kenya.
whole
Don't do
body's
that.
real. We've seen her fluctuate.
Yeah, and weight, yeah.
And weight all whole.
And we see her
eating.
And we see her eating
her
every
mama.
episode.
We see her
whole
aunties.
family. Exactly.
They not small.
And we see what they be cooking at the family reunion.
I want
For
some.
real.
And we
I be
need
wanting to
some
be
of
there.
that. We need some.
Okay.
Chicken
Yeah,
and
Kenya,
grits.
Kenya was just being shady. She just can't
She
allow
just
people
didn't
to
know
say
how
things.
people to say, you know, your contacts are fake, your booty is fake. She just doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand what we see because we all see
Yeah.
it. That all this stuff is fake.
She's still
Because
so
she thought
pretty,
it looked
though.
good in the mirror.
She's still pretty.
That's
All
why
right,
I was
y'all.
like, why didn't you want to come in the shower with me? Look at those perky cheeks.
Don't you want to
It looked
tell
like a
this
saber-tooth
truck?
tiger done scratched up your old thighs, girl.
But what we can say is that her skin has gotten way better from last season.
I think it just fluctuates every season. Like some days you're like, oh, it's
Fluctuates
great.
the word, huh?
And then
Word of the
other
day.
days you're like, wait, is that still your face?
Yeah.
But she looked good on the reunion. Skin looks real good.
Hey, girl, check out that Proactive. Get you a brand sponsorship. Dr. Jeff
She
comes
might
out.
use strivectin.
What is that?
Isn't that like okay?
Clinical
Whatever.
shit.
Let's move on.
Stronger shit. All right, so Dr. Jeff comes out. Nene was over Dr. Jeff from the moment.
What?
Oh, God.
Body
Arrived.
language.
Literally back to Jeff. Hi, Dr. Jeff.
Hey, Dr. Jeff.
I don't even think she gave him
She didn't
eye
even say.
contact.
She didn't even give up. She didn't even say his
the
name.
swan. Hi, Dr.
Hi.
Jeff.
Oh, Nene.
Nene's upset. Jeff asked the girls, what is your problem with Nene? Apparently, he asked everyone about their past, and no one asked about Nene's past and what her problems were. Jeff said, I knew about your abandonment issues. He wanted her to tell the girls how she felt betrayed. Claudia said she was open and willing to hear Nene, but she's not going to get into... But then Jeff says, we're not going to get into telling Nene how she feels. Instead... She felt abandoned, and your pain is your
Story.
power.
Oh, I missed that part.
Your pain is your power. Everyone had the Pinterest, Instagram quotes tonight, y'all. Like, your
The
pain
memes.
is your power.
I like that, Dr. Jeff.
How'd y'all feel about this? Well,
Courtney
Candy says it
Stewart.
was bullshit. She said Nene bugged out when Jeff said, he's representing the whole group. Nene starts crying. Cynthia says she understands Nene and how proud she is. Then all of a sudden, Kenya decides to insert herself
Why?
into this.
Kenya, stop talking,
And then Nene gets up, dismisses the things that Kenya is saying, trying to have an emotional connection with her. And she gets up and she's just like,
Did you think Kenya
Bye.
was being authentic?
I think that
that
Kenya
moment?
thinks she's being authentic, but Kenya doesn't realize when she needs to just shut the fuck up.
No, I don't think Kenya is ever authentic. I think that there's a plot and twist to everything she says and does. She's very smart. Her and Nene are at the same level of. Yes, they at the same level
like,
of Mean Girl.
No.
I think so.
Of Mean Girl?
Of me?
Yeah.
of Mean Girl.
Of like
Okay.
Not
of
a mean girl.
I would buy
evilness,
that.
of evilness. I feel like.
They could.
I would buy that.
Yeah,
I buy into that. I think
Because they're both hurt the same way.
They're
yeah,
both
they
hurt.
both hurt the same way.
I could see they're on the same level of mean girlness.
So the things that Kenya says is very calculated. I don't believe when she feels like, because every time she says anything about like, I understand how you feel because me, it
Yeah,
always
she turns
points
it back to
to herself.
herself.
And so does Nene. This whole season or reunion has turned into Nene and her mother's story that we already knew about.
In the last 4
Yes.
minutes of the reunion, the whole season gets washed out
Yes.
because of Nene's.
And Kenya
hard
did it, and
times.
Kenya did it last season. So they're just one-upping each other.
Ooh, I didn't-
Pinks.
Stop acting like
know.
Pedro.
I didn't
But
even
they
think
said
of
that. Remember in the first, maybe the first season that
Yeah, I hate it. Stop.
the first season that Kenya was on.
Shut the stop it.
What? I'm listening.
Corinne.
You're listening like Phaedra.
Like, exactly. Smizey.
It's true.
Jesus.
Oh,
Somebody
stop.
needs to.
Come and throw a
No, because then Phaedra would be like, them cupcakes look real good. Like,
No.
She'll just like turn it
random.
all the way off.
Candy be over here like.
I don't understand what's going on. You gotta hide it in your boobs. You gotta hide
She still took it.
What happened? Why she crying?
Why she crying? Right.
I don't even know where that come from. I don't know. I don't understand.
Stop.
So then they all get up and
Lady
hug Cynthia.
fingers. Remember that?
Right.
Okay, go.
They all hug Nene. Well, excuse me.
They don't.
Cynthia, Portia,
Cynthia
and
charges.
Phaedra.
Cynthia's like, I'm the linebacker. Whoosh, whoosh. Damn it.
Y'all so bogus.
Oh gosh,
She was trying to beat her for
She's
her
like, if I
friend.
could just touch the hem of her garment.
I
She's trying to
can't.
beat her for her
Hallelujah.
friend.
Stop.
Girl, yo, honestly,
You
when Nene started walking out, I was
bogus.
like, this isn't a wedding. Like, I thought she was going to pick up the back of her dress.
Yes. I mean, to a degree,
That's
it
good
is
that Glenda
very...
the Good Witch was over Dorothy, like, it's going to be okay.
This was a scene
Y'all
of Wicked.
wrong.
I love that.
It's gonna be okay.
That soundtrack is the best.
It really is. I be in my bedroom.
Yeah, honey, I have my days. Yes. I have
Be
my
jumping
days.
on my bed, my dog be looking at me like,
What are you doing?
all right.
Nene exits the
over it,
building.
guys. Yeah.
She exits the
Or
building.
the
Cynthia
stage.
walking behind her, looking like Glenda. Kenya says, Nene is hurt. You know, there's just sometimes where you just can't do it anymore. Mind you, Candy's over there like,
What a
Looking on her
chicken.
phone.
all right, you're right. I mean, I guess sometimes you do have a breaking point.
I mean, I guess.
And Andy's sitting there just messing
Andy's like,
notes. What do you guys think is going on?
What?
What?
What's the backstory?
Yeah, all messy Andy. Just messy.
We've known each other for years.
No, you hired her. You didn't do a backstory.
You did
Nene.
before they were housewives, which was a whole show where we got the whole backstory on Nene getting dropped off
Yeah.
and and being a stripper and
On
her
all of
abusive
them.
relationships.
Yeah. On
Like
all-
we knew
Nene,
it all. So
Kim,
did you, Andy?
All of them.
That Asian bitch.
Stop playing.
What was her
Lisa
name?
Wu.
Lisa Wu.
And then what was the other one's name?
Shawnee.
The Shawn
Is that the
stuff.
one that
she
had
didn't get
the-
none.
She didn't get
She
none.
had the
She was
maid
cut the
She was
first
already
second.
gone.
to do basically be a housewife,
Yes.
so she could just.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was Shawnee.
She only lasted for one season.
I liked her though. I
I
liked
liked
that
her. I
dynamic.
want her. I want them to bring
Not
her
for
back.
any. No.
Well, they ain't together no more, so it don't matter.
No, because he cheated with her best friend.
Hey.
Oh,
Eric
yeah.
Snow, Shady,
And we didn't
I
catch
remember
that
former supersonic player.
Maybe
Oh my
there-
God, that
Shade.
was so long ago.
Maybe there's some truth to that Carmen situation.
So Nene's mom basically
It happened.
sent Nene and her brother away. It bugged her whole life. So Cynthia comes back on stage, spilling all the tea to the girls. Like Nene, you know, she broke down. She's never openly talked about her mom because Kenya got butthurt. Like, well, I talked about
my mom, and we have that in common. And I don't understand why everybody's all sympathetic to Nene, bitch, because
And this is how
nobody
you know
gives a shit about you. And we're
Candy's
done.
a real bitch because even in that, as much as she can't stand Nene, she was looking at her like, okay, girl, but like, you're comfortable talking about it. She's not.
Yes,
Right.
obviously.
Because the thing is, I mean, I understand Candy's like not wanting to feed into this. Like I said, Kenya did the same stuff last season. We're here again. I've been sitting on this damn couch for 13 hours, and then the last 10 minutes, you guys want to pull this stunt.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Now we have
I'm
to
ready
stay
to
here
go.
another 20 minutes.
Yeah, like, come on. You guys can do a Dr. Jeff session off air.
Oh.
We don't need to see this
Do a
for
special
TV.
episode
I do
of
wanna
Watch What
see
Happens
this on
Live.
TV, actually. I'm invested now. I want to see it.
That, instead of the
I
damn
want
ski
to.
trip, we should get a Dr. Jeff
Yeah,
special.
I don't want to see the ski trip. Like, I could do without a lot of things. They could have cut.
But they should have
half
put
of
on the reunion, is what I'm
episodes.
saying.
All right.
So Nene comes out. She says she thinks she's misunderstood, and it's hard talking about her
You're
mom and
not
dad.
misunderstood.
Yes, she is,
How is
Courtney.
she misunderstood? Everybody know. How many people have said hurt people
Not even trying to
over
join
and
this
over and
specific-
over and
Who
over and
knew
over and
about
over
her
again?
heartache with her mother?
Everybody
aside
knows
from
they have
Cynthia?
forgot heartache. That does not change the fact that you are a bitch. And fine,
She is
be a
not the
bitch
B
because you
word.
are hurting
She
and
is
you
not the
lash
B
out at
word.
people. That is fine.
People
Nene,
attack Nene on the show. You guys. They attack her.
That's me breaking
Nene
your glass.
is attacked. She is
Attacked by who?
defensive.
Who has attacked her?
Claudia.
Attacked
Kenya,
her how?
Candy, Cynthia.
Not
she
at
is
first,
attacked.
though.
Who has attacked
She
her
is attacked
first?
season by season.
Let her just say it,
Nene,
girl.
you're attacked, and I'm with you.
All right, so then Nene comes.
Nene, set yourself free, bitch, and just be like, yeah, I'm a bitch because I'm mad at my life and my history. I'm gonna try to do better, but I'm gonna be real. I'm about 47 years old right now, so I'm probably not gonna change very much. And stop pretending like I'm not gonna be a victim and I'm not gonna claim anything that you.
But
a
if she's
bitch.
never dealt with these, honestly, if she's truly from a therapist
And it
point of
looks
view,
like she's never dealt with
if
these
she's
issues.
never dealt with these issues before. before.
Then she
and this
doesn't
is an
know
organic
why she
feeling.
acts that way.
Exactly. She's never looking herself in the mirror.
Yeah.
And she's older, so she's old school, so that she ain't open to change or to have these kind of mirrors put up in her
And
face.
especially not
and
these
7
girls.
seasons of having to watch yourself back, and all of a sudden now it's really coming on. You can't even think of shade or excuses at this point anymore. You just got to come up with this one-liner. It's kind of like, I agree with you in the sense of...
So just receive that you are a bitch.
And that she needs to own it. And Nene has to say, I have been a bitch for this many seasons because A, B, C, and D. And I have to own that. She's not owning it, though.
She don't
because
own
she's
nothing.
not ready yet. But
that's true, and that's fine.
But we
That's
can't
fine.
give her a timeline just because she broke down and then the last 3 minutes of
Absolutely
the
not.
reunion, like, oh, finally I realize I'm a mean girl. Like, no, it'll take some time.
Right, but then, bitch, you can't
She's
be
not
up
a
on
mean
this
girl.
fucking reunion talking
Yes, she
about...
can.
Talking about what?
Well, wait. So, because then Cynthia says to her, "You're a survivor. You do a lot. I'm happy that you showed this vulnerable moment."
You be paying
And then
for
you
your
sit here
family.
talking about you opened up. You had this vulnerable moment. Dr. Chef, I have one more question for you. Why?
Because she wants to feel vindicated.
Right.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, Cynthia apologizes to Phaedra. Phaedra says, then we get the one-liners. Phaedra says, pressure builds diamonds. Kenya says, I understand forgiveness. Candy says, life is like a roller coaster, positive future. And then Nene. And then here's where I just can't with Nene. You went through all this. You cried. The girls were there for you. And, Jeff and Andy had to explain to you, like, everyone really kind of was there for you. And she said, I learned a lot. I learned that Claudia, even though we didn't get along,
Y'all some haters.
me and Claudia, I respect that she was supportive. And Kenya, I knew we had some things in common, but I didn't know how much we had in common. And she was supportive. And then, of course, Phaedra and Portia. And, oh, yeah.
Let's not forget.
Cynthia. She was back there, too. It was great.
That's right.
And that's how we ended the
Cynthia hurt
season.
her the most.
The most.
So that's what you get. Now what else is going on?
Through her, like, butter.
And
I
that's
just want
the
fun
Nene
Nene
show.
back.
And Nene take
what?
a bow.
I just want fun Nene back.
Me too. So,
But Nene
Go
is
deal
fun.
with your issues and stop with the cruel. Because she is the one that looks bad, and I don't think she should be the one to look bad. Because she's actually taken this platform, done something with it, done something to be proud of, and all she's doing is stupid.
But the main reason
When
why
you go to
Nene's
work
on the
and feel
show.
attacked every day, Courtney, let's see how you act. Okay,
Look at your
let's see how
Corrinne.
you act.
If you feel attacked
Let's
every
see
day
how
at
you
work,
act.
maybe you need to look at the common denominator, which is your damn self, and
not.
take your ass to a
Everyone
therapist.
wants to
But
take
the thing is,
queen
that's
off
why
of
the
her
show
throne,
is still
okay?
on, though.
Go to a therapist.
That's why there's still a
because
show.
Nene cannot
I
play chess by herself.
Exactly.
So she needs everybody else to stop pretending like everybody's coming for fucking Nene.
Girl, I
They
can't
are.
wait for the leaks to get
They
this spin
are.
off because you will sit right in this
I
chair
sure
afterwards
am.
by yourself eating that
I
cupcake
sure am.
like Nene's
I
great
sure
tonight.
am.
Boring.
And I don't
this
care.
cupcake
Nene,
tastes like
we
Nene's
love
asshole.
you. You can get some more work, girl. Just go and talk to somebody about what you're going through, and don't eat Kim on the road trip.
Right, you need to see Ayana, not Dr. Jeff.
Yes.
No,
go get your
her
life
and
fixed.
Ayana will fight.
Yeah.
That'll be amazing.
I would love.
Both of
Oh,
those
can you do
voices.
that?
Yeah, can we
No.
promote that?
Iyanla, fix her life.
Let's promote that.
No.
Fix her spirit.
I
Maybe her
would
life is
hate
alright.
that.
Jesus is the only one who can fix your
Help.
spirits.
Well, maybe Iyanla can open her to the spirits of the Jesus to come in.
No, I think
and she can
needs
be
to sit down with
receiving.
Oprah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I think it's Ayala.
Not Ayala.
If Oprah sits
No.
down with Nene, I'm gonna be real
She's
Oprah's
upset.
not gonna do that.
Nene's in, no.
The
no.
only
Oprah ain't trying to
reality
do no
star
heavy
that
lifting right
Oprah
now.
sat down with is the
Kardashians.
Kardashians.
Right, and she mad she didn't get that Bruce
money
Jenner.
business. Baby.
Oh, is she mad?
I bet she would.
Baby, I would be. I'm Oprah. Hello?
Right. Do you know why?
Who wants to talk to Diane? I love you,
One-
Diane.
All right, one question. Bruce was like, I want someone that looks like me.
Shut up.
She's like, I've always wanted to be a white woman.
Stop. So one prediction. What do you see happening for next year? Is Nene coming back, or do you think
Yes.
we're gonna
Hell yeah,
lose
she's
someone?
coming back.
Who do you think we're gonna lose?
Okay.
Demetria McKinney?
Yeah, and
Oh, she
Claudia.
won't even at the reunion as a friend.
I thought she might come out like in the back and like sing a
And
little
sing her
something,
song?
and then go
Like,
back.
stop by and talk about Puerto Rico.
I thought she Roger Bob.
No.
Phaedra's not going to be there. I don't think.
Girl, Phaedra gonna be there.
I think Phaedra's gone with the win. Portia will get her peach back if she allows
Claudia
us
will
to
be
see the men
gone.
she's dating. Claudia's returning.
I think Claudia's
Kenya's
returning.
Candy's returning. Portia's the only one. I mean, Phaedra's the only one that's going to be gone.
Really?
No, I don't think Phaedra's gonna leave.
I
I
don't
think
think so
she's gonna
either.
join with the people that created that book that I sent you guys. Daddy's going to jail. How to cope with Daddy going to jail.
Who created that? Tiffany Cambridge?
Shut up! I can't
What's
handle
that?
you.
Kris Jenner.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
How to cope with Daddy going to jail. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Thank y'all for tuning in all season long.
Been a
Felt
mess
like-
of a season.
Or I should call all seasons because we're here for half a year.
We've been here since November.
Yeah.
We've been here since November.
We done did Christmas, Jesus'
we
birthday,
did
Thanksgiving,
Bar mitzvahs,
Easter.
quinceañeras.
Oh my gosh, we've all had a birthday.
Jesse's, yours.
You know? And so that's why we feel
Kwanzaa.
so close to y'all and we know how much you guys feel to us. So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys also tune in to Kim and Nini's
Nene
special
on the
because
road.
And
y'all know
Candy
who coming
ski
back.
trip.
We gonna be there.
We ain't going on Candy Ski Trip.
We gonna be for Nene and Kim.
Don't be tweeting me talking about who's doing the after. Not me.
I'll
I
tweet
did the
you
wedding
about
special.
it when I happen to watch the rerun, but
When we see if Carmen and Todd really
didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
We're not even talking about that. Peace out, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.